Recently, a client of mine closed a $1.5 million deal on just one single video. If you're on this channel for the first time, I'm Michael Hudson. I'm the CEO of Praise Media. We build content systems for local business owners to help them generate more qualified leads. And in today's video, I want to share with you the exact framework that my media team and I use to put the right viewers in front of your video content. Let's check it out. Hi everybody, so I'm gonna go ahead and share with you the quick framework that we use for this specific client who was able to attract a $1.5 million deal based off of one YouTube video. And the beauty of this is that this client didn't even get that many views. You know, right now we're looking at it sitting around just under 100 views. So long story short, our client is a private money lender. And so what they do is that they raise money and add capital into their pool to lend on real estate projects on the West Coast, essentially. And so what we're doing with their specific social media strategy is a lot of education, a lot of Q&A, a lot of behind the scenes, and also a lot of panel discussions. So, you know, our client is basically introduced to like a lot of podcasts, a lot of panels, a lot of speaking engagements. So we like to capture all that type of content. And that's basically, it's basically just brand awareness right now. Based off of this one video, they received a cold call from a investor wanting to add $1.5 million to their fund. So with that said, I like to call this framework the Praise to Profits protocol. So essentially what it is that it's a done for you content system that's going to help do two things. One, save you a crap load of time, because usually with content creation, you're looking at anywhere between 40 to 50 hours every single week when you're coming up with ideas, when you're scripting or outlining them, when you're filming yourself, editing, posting it, optimizing it. It's another full-time job. We're able to save all those hours, and you can dedicate it however you want into growing your business, spending time with family, personal development, what have you. The second thing is that it's gonna build out a custom content system for you, and I'll go more into that in a little bit. So basically the first thing is that we're generating an ideal video viewer. The first thing that we do is that we create a ideal video viewer. So this is similar to like your avatar, especially when you're running a business. So who's your like ideal avatar that you're selling your product or service to? So that's something that's a little similar to the ideal viewer, the ideal person that we want seeing your content. If you watch my prior videos, you've heard me say time and time again that this is the biggest struggle by far of what business content creators face, is because they have no clue who they're talking to with their content. They just post random content, they throw it on the wall, hope it sticks, yada, yada, yada. And just to give you a little bit more context on that is that, you know, an ideal video viewer is the specific audience member you aim to reach with your video content. It's more than just a general demographic. It's a fully fleshed out profile of the person most likely to connect with your message, resonate with your brand, and take the desired action. So those three things. And understanding the IVV means identifying their needs, challenges, references, motivations, so that every piece of content you produce is laser focused on what matters to them. Instead of creating for everyone, you're creating for that one perfect viewer who finds immense value in your content, making them more likely to engage, share, and become a loyal part of your community. So kind of a long-winded definition of what an IVV is, but at the end of the day, it's gonna shortcut a lot of stuff, because when you're clear on exactly who your video viewer is, it's gonna save you a ton of time and energy, and you're gonna be able to connect with the right people straight away. Why is this important? So the clearer you are with your video content, the clearer and easier your path will be in connecting with the right audience. And so for example, key questions to ask. So if you're like brand new, starting a business, or you're just like, dude, Michael, I have zero clue who I want to attract with video content. Like I just, no idea. Here's some key questions you can ask. So one is like, what does your IVV look like? So age, profession, interests. What are they trying to accomplish? What are their struggles? What are their dream outcomes? So really take some time to reflect on that, because when your content is solving a problem, when it's hitting specific pain points, when it's really giving the viewer an ideal outcome with your content, you're gonna stay on top of mind. So I wanna share with you a crystal clear example of the perfect IVV that we put together for a client. And this is actually the client that attracted that $1.5 million deal. Actually blurred some things out just to protect their identity, but for the most part, this person The IVV is a person currently employed in a 9-to-5 job, possibly within the tech industry, who's aspiring to become an entrepreneur. They're interested in financial freedom and generating passive income through private money lending, but lack the knowledge and confidence to start. They primarily seek information through videos and are active on platforms like YouTube and Reddit. So notice just how specific this definition is of their IVV. And so from there, we're able to extract, okay, here's our content strategy, and this is really gonna help us with our research in developing the right video topics for the client. So with that said, going back to our protocol here, like I said, it's gonna help us research and generate niche and trending video ideas. And so, with our service, we do anywhere between 12 to 30 at a time. Just really depends on what package, the specific client chooses. But again, when we have this specific of a definition, that's really gonna help us come up with these niche and trending ideas. If you wanna watch one of my prior videos, I show you step-by-step how we develop the ideas. And ever since I've created those videos, we actually now have added in a more AI-driven process. And so in addition to like the old school research, like going through Ask Socrates and Google Trends and things like that, we also have created our own AI systems to help develop the content by inserting the ideal video viewer. So if you want me to update those videos, be sure to comment down below and I'll be more than happy to share with you that process. And so step 3 after that is scripting and outlining the video content. So this is key because part of our process, again, we utilize a lot of our AI systems to give a proper voice to the actual video content. This is really gonna help make the content unique to the client. Obviously, having the right hook, the body, and a very strong call to action is key. And the way you package your video content is really, really going to attract the right viewer at the end of the day. So step 4, in-person filming. So obviously, with this client in general, we went to them and filmed. And in this case, this specific video was basically a Q&A. So what we did is we developed some commonly asked questions that the client had in their industry, and we just had them read them off a phone and answer them one by one. Especially in this industry, people have questions. They ask the same questions time and time again. And so we did a lot of research, like looking at past comments on videos, their interaction with people, as well, like at speaking engagements, at networking events, things of that nature. And so we made just a list of, I think it was like 12 questions that we basically let the video run, talked about each question and tried to craft it in a way that was engaging. And at the same time, be able to give a lot of action-packed value with each of those answers. In our case, with our agency, a lot of people love this part because we direct and coach and there's guidance. And so again, handling a lot of these takes a lot of time off of the client's plate. And so they really appreciate that. With that said, editing's everything. That's part of the packaging process. So, being able to keep the viewer's attention throughout the video is key. And so obviously we did our job because we were able to get a cold caller, someone that this client had no idea existed until they called, and added $1.5 million to the fund. And then lastly, posting and optimizing on Instagram and YouTube. Again, I made prior videos of this as well, just things to look out for. The major things for Instagram and YouTube that I can tell you right now as far as like optimization goes is, YouTube, you wanna have a very catchy thumbnail. You wanna have a strong title because those are the first 2 things people see coming on YouTube. In the Instagram, the hook is key. So the first 3 to 5 seconds, you wanna punch someone in the face and make sure you show and tell them what the video is about so their expectations are met immediately. In this case, specifically talking about YouTube, other things to think about, with YouTube is, always just staying engaged on the platform. So respond to the comments, especially not like with emojis and stuff like that, but actual genuine responses to comments on your videos. And then also staying active and commenting on other creators' profiles, based on experience. Based on experience, the algorithm favors you interacting on the platform, staying on the platform, watching videos, commenting, interacting, things of that nature. So as we wrap up the video, I want to share with you just a free resource. I created this like 3 or 4 videos ago, but It is called the Video Content Compass. So if you're really struggling and trying to pinpoint exactly who your ideal video viewer is, this free resource is going to help you do that. And so basically what this is going to do is going to ask you 12 specific questions about your brand or your business. Is going to be sent over to our team, and we're going to develop a doc that's going to give you a laser focused profile on exactly who your ideal video viewer is. So take advantage of this, because I could easily be charging like $200-$300 for this, but this is absolutely free because I just want to help you guys out and help you succeed with video content. So all you have to do with this, I'll leave a link down in the description with YouTube. You just click on it. You basically just submit your email. This doc or these doc of questions will be sent over to you. You answer them and give us like 48 to 72 hours to get that back to you. All right, guys, that's it for the video today. If you found any value at all, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and make sure to comment down below and let me know your biggest struggle when it comes to the content creation process for your business. All right, guys, take care, much love, and stay praised.